Welcome to the Wolfenstein 3D walkthrough on the I Am Death Incarnate difficulty for the PC. I'm Jefferson Davis, and this is episode 6, floor 8. As you start the second to last mission in Wolfenstein 3D, your objective in this long start room is to head down the winding passageway here and kill all the enemies that you come across, as well as grab all the treasure from the corners. But you want to be careful as you venture in this starting passageway, because the enemies tend to like to hide behind the corners. So, before grabbing the treasure, be sure to search the corners to make sure there are no enemies there. That tends to be a trap. It's like, oh, look here, there's treasure. And as you go to grab it, well, you get shot by the enemies. Now here we're approaching a door, but we're going to skip this door until we finish exploring the starting hallway. But to the left of the door, right over here, is a secret area. And it is a shortcut all the way back to the start door. Isn't that a little weird? It must be like a speedrunning thing or something. But anyway, continue on down the starting hallway. But before we go into this area here, there is another secret area. This isn't a shortcut to anywhere, however. It's a room, with health, ammo, and the chain gun, and some treasure. So grab everything you need, and then continue on down the starting hallway. And wait for him to come to me. That's the easiest. There is another secret before you get to that corner. Yeah, there are a few secrets in this map. It just has some ammunition inside this secret. He almost shot me. That would not be good. And here we've reached the end with the gold door, which we can't open yet. So now we gotta backtrack to that door, right? Well, there's a shortcut. It's a secret area right here. Yes, a shortcut. Just go through the secret, turn left, and go straight towards the door. I love shortcuts. Through here, now is where the mission starts to get a little tough. Just a little bit, though. As you explore each room, and there are a few rooms in this map, kill the enemies in each room, but also be careful, because the door in the room might open up, revealing more enemies. Also, as you venture from room to room, be sure to walk in and walk out to alert the enemies to come to you. Now over here to the left, behind this dinner, is a secret area. Go inside and grab the ammo and the health, and the chain gun. On the room's other side, we have some treasure. So now with all this collected, we can continue on through the next door. This mission is pretty repetitive, in so much that you just go from room to room and kill everything. It's a pretty straightforward mission, to be honest. Just gotta be careful that enemies don't open this door, because they can and they sometimes will. Go through the blue area now, and in this blue area we'll open up the door to the left first. This mission is not that hard if you do take it slow, because it is rather straightforward. Make sure to go through this door and grab 2 treasure items before you continue on your way. And this door, by the way, just takes you back to that room. But yes, this mission is pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot of doors that take you to side areas. Most of the doors will actually, take you to necessary locations. You also want to be constantly aware of where the treasure is. If you don't know where it is, just look for it. Because this mission likes to hide those treasure items in random locations at times. So be sure to search everywhere for hidden treasure, like over here. This corner over here with the treasure is very easy to miss, because the treasure is behind a corner. And don't miss this treasure item. The door we're going to open is the one with the flags next to it, but work quickly. Kill the enemies behind the flag door, then face this door and it will open up. You gotta work quick in this area because of how fast the door will open up. If you're busy fighting the enemies in the flag room, well, the enemies might creep up behind you and shoot you. And that's never a good thing. Go back into the flag room area, and these two doors will take you to the same room. What we're going to do first is head left, down here, kill the officer, grab the goodies, and there is a secret area on this eagle thing with the swastika. We got some ammo inside. On this room's other side is a very similar secret area behind this treasure, but it is on the white wall, right here. We got some more health and ammo. So now with everything collected, we are now free to go through the other door now with the Nazi flags. Be sure to always make sure to step in and step out to alert the enemies. And the door inside this room will also open up. And that should be the last of those enemies. Now, there is a secret area inside this room, but it is a flawed secret room. And the secret's right here. I mean, it will move back 3 spaces on top of a treasure item. But to keep this from happening, again, as I explained in previous episodes, pause the game when the wall moves back only 2 spaces. And there you go, the wall stops moving. Otherwise, the wall would have crushed this treasure item, and you wouldn't have been able to grab it, prohibiting you from getting 100% treasure. But we grabbed it and we prevailed. So now we'll continue through the next door that we already cleared. Well, mostly. In this room, it's okay to be a little ballsy, because they give you a lot of health in this room. They also give you the gold key, which is a necessary item to finish this level. So grab the treasure as well. Now, which means we have to backtrack to the gold door, right? Well, there's another shortcut. It's right here. Push this wall out of the way, which counts as a secret, which will reveal this wall, which is another secret area, which will give us a shortcut to the gold door, or a relative shortcut. It's not like right at the entrance, but you know, it takes you back to the starting hallway rather than you having to backtrack all the way through those rooms. It's convenient. Also, look at the score. Yeah, that is not 4,000, that is 1,004,000. The 1 just couldn't fit, because the scoreboard's too small and our score's too big. Go through the gold door, and now is where things start getting tough. Tougher. Look at all the enemies. On top of it, they don't give you a lot of health, or a lot of ammo for that matter, beyond the gold door area. From here on out, it's going to be a pretty tough battle. But they do give you the occasional health and ammo, you know, but now you want to be careful in this area. These 3 doors, across from the 3 doors are some enemies. Kill the enemies, then quickly backtrack and wait for the enemies to come through the 3 doors and then mow down the enemies. Work quickly. This is probably the spot where you gotta work the most, you know, fastest because of that trap there. The 3 doors will take you to the same room with some health and ammo. Go through the next door. Establish a foothold inside this room, so that you can stand in this room and take out the enemies that come for you from the room beyond. It's very imperative that you establish this foothold as fast as you can. Grab everything inside this room, and the 3 doors in this room will all take you to the same room. So grab all the items inside this room as well. Now this room is pretty dangerous. I let the enemies come to me. I don't venture inside. Because, as you step inside that room, there is a door to the right in between 2 octoon signs. And if your back is turned towards that door, and that door opens, you're gonna get mowed down. So, I let the enemies come to me from that room, and from the room beyond this door. You see what I mean? It's not that hard if you know what to do. It's a matter of knowing what to do is the key. And I believe that's everybody. Everybody dead beyond this door. Explore this room and just grab the treasure, which is just 1 treasure, but hey, it's 1 treasure. We'll skip this door and open up the door, or go through the door with the 2 octoon signs, and grab the silver key. And go through the next door in this blue room. Now in here, the door to the left will just take you back to this familiar area. So grab some more treasure in this room. You want to look everywhere for treasure because it is everywhere. Through here, this is kind of dangerous. If you think you're going to get overwhelmed, or it looks like you're going to get overwhelmed, just strafe to the left or right of this door and let the enemies come to you. That's the easiest way, when it looks like you're going to get overwhelmed. Or if you already are overwhelmed. We'll continue on. No enemies, they all came for us. Now, this room is pretty dangerous. And notice how my ammo is starting to deteriorate. They don't give you a whole lot in the latter stages of this map. All you really get is the ammo off your fallen foes. So be sure to grab it all. Be sure to search the area for treasure and the like. Okay, open up the next door. Empty. But we have some treasure. This area can be a little troublesome. Now, you can just fight in this area, which I'm going to do, because it is relatively straightforward. The enemies tend to form a straight line, so it's okay to stand in the middle of the room and just fire on them. So use this tactic for this room. Go through either one of the 2 doors, and in here, make sure to grab that treasure item. That one's very easy to miss. And go through the left door. I always go through the left door because the enemies to the left will walk in front of the left door first, so they won't have the opportunity to go through the right door. Very convenient. And there's the silver door. We are almost done. But first, we have a big task ahead of us. Keep your eye on your health. Keep your eye on your ammo. What health you have now is all the health you're gonna get. They don't give you any more. So be sure to mow them all down and keep an eye out for your ammunition. You don't want to run out when fighting those enemies. That's not good. The final trap is behind the exit door. And with that, we are done with this map. Let's continue on. Probably the hardest thing to get, ratio-wise, in this map is probably the treasure. Especially if you're going fast. There is a lot of treasure in this map, and it's relatively spread. They're not all in one general area. spread around this entire map, so keep your eye on all of the rooms, search every room for the treasure. Luckily, this map is not that hard because it is straightforward. There's not a whole lot of doors in every room. So, what makes this map easier, in a sense, is there's only one, maybe even two doors that the enemies can come from when you're fighting in the room. So it's not that hard. What also makes it easy is that there's not a whole lot of side areas to get lost in and such. I mean, most of the rooms are pretty straightforward. What makes this map tough is the enemies. There are a lot of them in this map, and they don't give you a lot of health, especially in the second half of this map. So you want to conserve your health and your ammo in the second half of this map because they don't give you a whole lot of it. But after the horror that was floor 7 and after the horror that was floor 10, this map is a breeze. It's not that hard if you take it slow. But next we have the final floor of episode 6 and the final floor of Wolfenstein 3D. That is floor 9, everybody, and I will see you in the next video where we will fight General Fetgezit. But, until then, I'm Jefferson Davis, and I will see you in the final floor of Wolfenstein 3D, the next video. Take care, everybody.